Hey guys, it's the Dent Life, and this is episode 3 of restoring my 1978 Ford F-250. A lot of progress was made in this episode, including epoxy and primer, which I am showing at the end, so you definitely want to stick around to watch that. First of all, though, I had a guy come out and do some dry ice blasting, which is basically like sandblasting the metal pieces to get all the grime and stuff off. It's basically like a handheld sandblaster attached to the end of an air compressor line, but instead of sand, it shoots out dry ice particles, which evaporates all the grime. It leaves very little mess, and it's very fast, way faster than sandblasting, and then you can just kind of sweep some dirt off the floor, and that's it. Big thanks to Sono Blast for coming out and doing this. If you guys live in the southwestern Idaho area, definitely check him out. He did a really great job, and I really appreciate him doing this. And with that, I will roll the clips.
So to prevent my carburetor and ignition coil from getting damaged by the dry ice, I put some bags over top. He started by doing the driver's side fender, then moved on to the engine bay, and then to the passenger side fender. It was really satisfying to watch the grime disappear, so hopefully some of the clips will show that decently. Here's a nice montage of the process.
Alright, so the dry ice guy is gone, so I will show you what he did. So he started by cleaning up the inner fender here, and man, does it look a lot better than it did. Unfortunately, I don't have any before pictures. I don't know why I didn't think of taking any. That would have been really cool to see the difference, but yeah, it's not perfect, but I didn't want it to be perfect because I can do the rest of this by hand, so it'll be fine. But now this steering box, now that is a huge difference. I know there's kind of this in the way right now. For reference, you couldn't see that Ford logo or any of these numbers there. It was all entirely grease. I don't even think you could see the split right there. Yeah, it was so greasy. Yeah, like this looks amazing. I can't believe how nice it looks. You see back there, it looks real nice too. Then he moved over to this side, and this side was just kind of oily. It cleaned up pretty nice. And he also did some of that stuff down there. Yeah, it looks really good. He also did the underside here, and like I said, it's not perfect, but it's really good. Like back there, cleaned up really nice. Then also all of this over here, and a little bit of down there. And then finally, I don't know how the lighting is because the sun is kind of on this area, but he did down here, and this side cleaned up pretty good too. That's kind of didn't clean up nearly as good, but it's kind of a weird like wet concrete sort of thing. The guy thinks that somebody might have drove through wet concrete or some sort of clay before, which could have easily been because I think the previous owner of this truck told me he had taken it mudding, and you never know what he's driving through in that. But yeah, you can see the shock is a little bit more cleaned up, and this little corner here, I know you can't really see it very well, but it was so filthy I had to take a chisel to it, just so he could get some of it off. You can see there's still some of this stuff down here, but he just really couldn't get to a lot of that. But yeah, overall, the dry ice was a great idea, and I'd highly recommend it if you have the ability to get someone to do dry ice, because it worked really well. It far surpassed my expectations. Okay, so the last few steps of getting this ready for epoxy is just doing a lot of skim coats on the top of the bedside here. You can see we got one on right now that is curing. It should be about cured right now. So I'll get to sanding that in a minute. I already did a skim coat over on this side, and I used some guide coat while sanding, so you can see all these darker spots that I've circled. Those are all low, and we're going to do another skim coat up on top of that. We're getting very close to epoxy time though. I'm just doing the last few things on the bedside here before we epoxy, so I'll show you what I'm doing. We got a skim coat along the entire top of the bed, and then I had sanded that down, but there are a couple spots that need some touch up. You can see I got a bunch of things circled with pencil, and a couple other spots like down here and stuff. Then I'm gonna build up this edge a little bit more, add a little bit more filler, just make it a little sharper to look nice in the end after we round it out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and sand the rocker panel down here. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's not gonna be very noticeable when the truck is painted. And I gotta finish fixing this cap corner, and that's pretty much it. And then it's epoxy time.
Here I was doing the finishing touches around the front picket hole, like smoothing out the Bondo. Then I used a straight edge to see if the area is low. I then moved on to smoothing out the middle picket hole. I had to mix up some more Bondo to put on both picket holes because the straight edge showed valleys that needed more filler. I finally got around to finishing the cab corner, and I used a sanding block that was very flimsy so that it would work better on the rounded surface.
Alright guys, I think it might be epoxy day. I believe I have everything done so that I can go ahead and lay some epoxy on it. I think we're going to be pushing it out this garage door and spraying it out there. We may spray it in here, but I would assume we'll push it out. It's a pretty nice day outside. But I think we're going to be doing the door over there, this cab area, and then the front part of over here. We're not going to be doing down there, but then the entire top area. I believe that's all we're epoxying today, but it's going to look great once it's done, and I'll be able to see all of my bodywork paying off. You might remember I did all of that work on this side, but we never finished it, and it is not ready for epoxy. So I assume once we get that side done, I will start finishing up this side. I don't really know why we put a pause on it, but we did, and we're doing the other side instead.
This is a cool but simple device for masking paper that has a spool of masking tape connected to the roll of paper so that it can be cut together, and it comes out very even.
So now we got it all masked off, or at least masked off enough for what we're doing right now. So it is ready for epoxy.
Mr. S, as I will call him, started off by spraying most of the epoxy since I hadn't had enough experience yet. He then started showing me some techniques, and I probably cut out about 20 minutes of footage of just the same thing over and over. I did do one pass on the top of the bedside there, and then he finished almost all of it. I then got to do a better pass on the back of the bedside, and that turned out slightly better than my last one.
So as you guys can see behind me, it is now black. You can see it's real nice and smooth. We did find though that we got a dent up here that will need to be fixed. Some more body filler, I guess. But yeah, it looks real nice. All my work on the body filler can now be appreciated because I can see how smooth it is. It's really quite awesome.
Next came the primer. Mr. S did all of this since this is actually polyester primer, which is basically a spray-on body filler. It's really easy to mess up, and it's definitely not the material I want to learn spraying with.
And that's going to wrap up today's video. As you can see behind me, there is a little bit more done than what I showed in this video, and that's going to go in episode 4. So definitely subscribe and stick around to see that. It should be coming out within the next couple of months whenever I have enough videos to compile up together. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like. It really helps the video and I appreciate it. Comment down below what you think of the epoxy and primer. It was a big accomplishment for me to be able to see all that done, see all my body work that's paid off, and it's completely motivated me to keep going with this, and it makes me really, really excited to see how it will be when it's all painted. Now, it'll still be quite a while before we're able to paint, but this is one big step towards that, and I can't wait. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time on the Dent Life.